As to his earthly life, from whose lineage did Jesus Christ come? The line of David. By nature, what kind of children does it say we were? Children of wrath. After hearing the prophet's words, what actions did Asa take? He removed the detestable idols and repaired the altar of the Lord. The siege that began in the 10th month of Zedekiah's 9th year surrounded Jerusalem until which year of Zedekiah? Zedekiah's 11th year. Menorit Kitab Philippi 4-6. Bagaimana seharusnya kamu menyampaikan permohonanmu kepada God dalam segala hal melalui doa dan permohonan tanpa khawatir tentang apapun? With thanksgiving. According to Genesis, during the famine, who oversaw the distribution of food in Egypt? Joseph. In Zechariah, what did the new garments put on Joshua the high priest signify after his filthy garments were removed? The removal of sin. According to Luke, who leapt in the womb when visited by Mary? John the Baptist. Who is Jesus' brother and the author of the book of James? James. While cutting trees to make the dwelling, what tool from one of the company of the prophets fell into the water? The iron axe head. What was the name of the centurion responsible for escorting Paul to Rome? Julius. As it is written, he has scattered abroad his gifts to the poor, his what endures forever. His righteousness endures forever. According to 1 Corinthians chapter 5, Paul says that their boasting is not good, because a little what leavens the whole batch of dough. A little yeast. Among the names of God, what does Jehovah Jireh mean? The Lord will provide. What did Jesus mean by the yeast of the Pharisees and Sadducees? Their teaching. For how many years did Pekah reign over Israel in Samaria? 20 years. The psalmist says he will see God's face in righteousness. With what will he be satisfied when he awakes? With God's likeness. Where in the Old Testament is the basis for the command to love your neighbor that Jesus taught? Leviticus 19:18. What did Jesus say is better for the one who causes others to stumble? To have a large millstone hung around their neck and be drowned in the sea. In the temple, what did Jesus overturn? The tables of the money changers. In the 39th year of his reign, what disease did Asa have? A disease in his feet. For whom are the desire of Paul's heart and his prayer to God? For Israel. In the New Testament, who wore clothing made of camel's hair? John the Baptist. Where in Jerusalem did Jesus have the Last Supper? The upper room. What was the name of the cave Abraham bought to bury Sarah? The cave of Machpelah. Paul and his companions sailed from Philippi and reached Troas in 5 days, just after which festival? After the festival of unleavened bread. Who is mentioned first among the 12 disciples? Peter. When Jehoshaphat sought God and obeyed his commands, what did God do to the kingdom? He made it secure. In 2 Corinthians chapter 1, what reason did Paul give for not returning to Corinth? Because he wanted to spare the Corinthians. Who owned the barley field that Ruth visited? Boaz. After hearing Micaiah's words, how did Zedekiah son of Kenana treat him? He struck him on the cheek. For whose sake did God say he would not tear the kingdom away during Solomon's lifetime? David. Who was exhorted to fight the good fight of the faith? Timothy. What was the name of Ruth's mother-in-law? Naomi. Whose practices did Ahaz follow when he made his son pass through the fire? The detestable practices of the nations. On what did God write the 10 Commandments before giving them to Moses? 2 stone tablets. Until when did Joash do what was right in the eyes of the Lord? All the days that the priest Jehoiada lived. In Psalm chapter 18, the psalmist says that the Lord brought him out into a broad place and delighted in him. What did he do for him because of this? He rescued him. How many offerings did Solomon present at the dedication? 22,000 cattle and 120,000 sheep. How many people in Israel did God say he had left who had not bowed to Baal? 7,000 people. Thanks for watching till the very end. We'd love to read your reflections and Bible insights in the comments. Your support through likes and subs helps us produce more Bible quizzes.